It is ninja time, my lovelies. As you know, it, you know what? I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. Another night of ridiculous ninja shit. Just join me. Just join me. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's Ninja Gaiden. What more do you want? What more could you possibly want? I got nothing but ninjas for you. Is she? Is she though? Ooh, excuse me. Hayabusa's willingness to just throw himself into absolute death is nothing if not admirable. I had to give it up for the boy. Ooh, do I get to keep the scythe? Oh my god, I'm still using this bad boy, yes. What? No. What is happening? Are they shooting me through the walls? I am a man! This is an airship! What in the actual fact? Where were you? I'm really getting tired of asking that question. Like, where was she a minute ago when we were doing all this? Look at you. Look at you now. Look at you, dumbass. It's okay. Her boobs will save her. If I know anything about the effect of chesticles in the Dead or Alive universe, she'll be fine. She'll be alright. She'll be alright. The chesticles are the will and the way. So saith our Lord and Savior, Itagaki. Itagaki-san. I'm living for this, like, you know? I hope I didn't lose my windmill shuriken for this. You hear my poor computer working overtime? Yeah. I'm gonna need to upgrade that a little bit. Yeah. That needs some upgrades. Square, 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 square. Square, 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 square. 7 hits. Ooh, reversed waterfall. I like that. Okay. I'm down with that. Like, what's the... There's a violent, murderous ninja on the ship, and he's going to kill us all. What code is that? Do not use explosives. That's hilarious. They're like, sir, it's Ryu Hayabusa. Please. Sir, it's Ryu Hayabusa. Oh god, that's the sound my that's the same sound my phone makes to wake me up in the morning. I'm already getting PTSD. Ooh, lovely. I think I've already fully upgraded this one though. What are we improving? I feel like Art of the Piercing Void and Art of the Wind Blades kind of do the same thing, so let's just give it to the OG. We're all about that here. I may never put this scythe away, though. Shit is ridiculous. Absurdity. Sheer absurdity. Is that a save point for saving? Ooh. Why, thank you. I don't like that you can't save your you can't pick your save point directly, but I really hope that updates will come to improve this game in time. Like, I wonder whether or not you can add things like a higher enemy count and maybe less enemy health, just so we can match that same mayhem of the original Ninja Gaiden 2, because I'm almost compelled to play the original NG2 after playing this. Because that was such a unique experience, you know? That has yet to be, like, fully replicated, even though this game has been re-released at least 4 separate times. Damn it. This could be the definitive version if they re-up the enemy count and lower the enemy health. This could be the definitive version of NG2. I would love for it to be. As it stands, the OG NG2 is still kind of superior in a lot of ways. Not for nothing. Holy fuck. Oh. Damn it. The auto aim on this is not great. Can we stop? We get splash damage down there? Splash damage thing? Like, I'm only playing this on hard right now. I plan on playing this on very hard and on Master Ninja, but I'm telling you, like, all the problems that I'm having right now on hard are only going to be worse when I play this on Master Ninja. Get my ass beat. Not looking forward to getting my cheeks clapped, but, you know, it's a shame, too, because this is the kind of action game that's right up my alley, but... Try a hardcore challenge. I came up, mentor our Master Ninjas, no saves, and drag. You know, it's so funny. It's so funny you say that. It's so funny you say that because my friends and I used to do that all the time. Like, before Ninja Gaiden 2 proper actually put those in the game as achievements, we would do that. We would challenge each other to beat the game with one weapon, no upgrades, no ninpo. Like beating Ninja Gaiden 1 on Master Ninja with without using any ninpo was like our like master challenge. Like that was our shit. We actually did it too. I dig up my old Xbox. You can see the save file. It's there. Where's my OB? You're missing an arm. Ain't you? I'm down with that, though. Mentor or Master Ninja, no saves and Dragon Sword only. It sounds kind of easy. Totally be willing to try that. Why not? That's the thing about this game. You can only be really good at it. You know? Yeah, but that's the PC version. I would love for the console version proper, or for Tecmo Koei to realize, like, hey, you know, I get that the original code for Ninja Gaiden 2 is probably lost to time, but using Sigma 2 as its, you know, code base does come with its own disadvantages. I still, to this day, think that that Sigma was nerfed in the way it was because they were just porting it to the PS3 hardware, and they didn't know how to figure out things like the fill rate for the gore and handling as many enemies on screen while maintaining the frame rate. So they just cut things out drastically in order to keep the game in a decently playable state, which is fine. But, you know, you got to know, like, Itagaki was like, fuck the frame rate. I want to put 1,000 enemies on the screen at the end. Who cares about frame rates? This looks cool. And he was right. He was absolutely right. That final staircase is the stuff of legends. Everybody fondly remembers that. Not because the frame rate was bad, but because, again, the sheer amount of enemies on the screen was just absurd. I remember doing that sequence with nothing but the Vigorian flail and watching the combo count fly into the hundreds. Oh my god. The triumph of just watching Ryu do that in slow motion. So good. So good. I'm sure the PC version of NG2 Black will eventually reach the heights of the 360 original, but like I said, I would love to see just the proper, like the console version of it be properly updated to that point. Oh, hello, Skull. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? I don't know how much they can do because, again, like, Sigma 2 is the code base. I don't know if they can up the enemy encounters or up the enemy count, or whether or not they think it's worth it to invest the resources in doing so. Well, I don't want the game to be tedious. I just want, you know, I want it to be more fun. I mean, it's a challenge, but, you know. Really, you know, NG has the reputation it does because it was such a sublime action experience. Ninja Gaiden 2 may not be as tuned to absolute perfection as the first one was, but it's still a solid-ass experience, even without you having to, like, you know, artificially challenge yourself. That's what I said, like, playing NG1 like that was sublime, because NG1 is so, like, it's the closest thing to a perfect action game that I can honestly think of. Like, no hyperbole, no bias. It genuinely is. Like, it's so perfectly balanced in every conceivable way. You could beat Ninja Gaiden 1 using only the nunchucks if you wanted to, and it would still be a sublime action experience. It'd be hard as fuck, especially when it comes to fighting, like, Alma, or that stupid crab bone boss thing. But, you know. As the director of Doom said on the official Doom Eternal page some time ago, when someone complained about the accessibility options in Doom the Dark Ages, you control the buttons you press. You control the buttons you press. This is so mean. Oh my god, this weapon is so mean. I'm not doing this combo, though, the way I want to. This version also seems like it has a little bit of an input delay. I don't know if it's just me, but banging out these combos does not feel as fluid as it should. Let me see. Okay, there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See? No. There should be 7 hits in this thing, right? Yeah, there's 7 hits. 4 squares and 3 triangles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, there it is. Okay. I mean, you get used to it. It's like the Kusari Gama. There's just nothing left by the time the combo's over. They're coming with an update for the game, so hopefully they add back the old weapons. What old weapons? You mean like the windmill shuriken? Where the hell did the windmill shuriken go? Like, I've been waiting for that the entire game. I remember playing the original NG2, and I mean the windmill shuriken was basically a decapitation monster in Ninja Gaiden 1. In this game, it was just like, oh, you want to lose an arm? You want to lose a leg? B button. You want to spice up your combos a little bit? B button. Like, it was so cool. Honestly, they need to also bring back the ability to charge up the bow with essence. Bring back the stocks for the bow, and bring back the ability to charge the bow with essence and knock off limbs, because I don't know why they took that out. Oh, the incendiary shurikens. Yes! Where are my exploding shurikens? They took so much from us. I mean, yeah, I do love being able to, like, use the bow mid-combo. That's cool. I mean, that's cute, you know, but... And yeah, you can aim it, but you can't charge it anymore. It feels like the bow... And they took the bow out of a lot of the environmental puzzles. So it feels like the bow is almost like an afterthought in a lot of cases. You used to have to aim this bad boy and solve puzzles with it. They were like, nah, man, people are too stupid. They don't want to solve puzzles. Who wants to do that? I mean, hey, look. At the end of the day, we do still have the OG. We do still have the OG Ninja Gaiden 2. You can play it on a Series S or Series X at now a perfect frame rate. So all is not lost. You know, the original version of NG2 is still out there to play. Thankfully. Like, I'm glad Tecmo didn't remove it from the marketplace or, you know, take it off a back compat. So, I mean, you can still play it in its the way it was originally intended to be played, but it would be nice, you know, because this is gorgeous. Oh, and can we update this to bring the nighttime ambiance back to Chapter 2? Still don't know why to this day why that level is set in the daytime in Sigma. I sound like I'm complaining a bit here, but, you know, there's a reason you can boot up Ninja Gaiden 2 and it still looks as good as it does. And that's because art direction will trump graphics any day. Artistic intent trumps graphical style any day. It's why Dead or Alive 2 and 3 and 4 still look good. Art direction. I don't think we appreciated it as... Whoa. I don't think we appreciated Itagaki's artistic choices as much as we should have back in the day. We just thought, oh, his characters just look kind of unrealistic. Everybody has large eyes. It's like, yeah, that's called art, fam. Look at all the realistic games that came out back then. They look like ass now. I don't even think this game will age as well graphically as the original did. Favorite weapon? You know... Can I say least favorite weapon? This. Okay, but But that's a rant for another day. Ever since Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1, this has been the most pointless weapon ever added to the game. Why? It's just 2 dragon swords. Why? 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 Brother, ew. You know, but favorite weapon? I don't know, man. I'm a simple man, you know. I love me some nunchaku with the blades attached. I think the Vigorian flail is probably my favorite weapon, with the lunar coming in at a close second, especially since, you know, around the time that it was added to the original Ninja Gaiden as DLC, the Matrix Reloaded had just come out around that time. And while we were all freaking out at Keanu Reeves fighting over like 1,000 Smiths using a bow staff that he pulled from the ground, that weapon dropped at exactly the right time it needed to and gave us that power fantasy for Ryu. Beautiful. And then when it was permanently added in Ninja Gaiden Black, it was just like, yeah, this weapon is goated. It's solidified. But if you could ask me what my favorite weapon is, it's probably the Vigorian flail. I just love what it does to enemies. And when they added dismemberment to the second game, it's just like, yeah, look. Now it's just arms and legs flying everywhere. Love the Vigorian flail. Love it. Favorite weapon. All the style of using nunchaku and all the deadliness of using a bladed weapon. Honorable mention goes to the tonfas, which are not even a bladed weapon, but I just love the idea that Ryu is hitting people so hard with these things that their limbs are just exploding from the impact. So, second place prize goes to the tonfas. It's not lit. That means there's enemies in the area. What are you doing? What are we doing? Stop, Ryu. They're already dead. We have maximum everything, do we? Yeah, that's what happens when you don't die. Gotta give my babies some love. I was actually gonna upgrade the tonfas to level 2, but my babies. Look at my babies. Look. I feel like a proud dad. They really shooting missiles at me out in these streets? You really doing that? Move is forever goated. Was it? Madness. There it is. Oh. You don't understand. The day my friends and I saw this move come out, there was like 3 of us sitting in my bedroom playing this on like a 27-inch TV. The day we saw Ryu do this, that was it. Goated. 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 The spirit of Bruce Lee. Stop. Ah! Sorry. Ryu, there's nothing left of him. I love how he shakes the blood off the weapon as if he himself is not just covered in entrails. Shit is hilarious. Saying that, yeah, you loved it, but saying almost everything. Yeah, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, Ninja Gaiden 2, it's such a mouthful. It feels so awkward saying that. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is not, at its core, a bad game. It's just like, there's just a very much like, if you know type assessment of its qualities if you've happened to play, you know, the original game, or if you've been a Ninja, or if you've been a Ninja Gaiden fan long enough to, like, you know what the black subtitle is supposed to mean about this version. It very much indirectly implies that you are playing the best, most balanced, most feature-rich version of the game imaginable. Like, you know, that's just what it means. And in that regard, it just isn't that. Which is, you know, I feel like we're eating good this year. We're getting 2 new games this year. We're getting a new 2D game, courtesy of Way Forward, and we're getting a sequel to the game that shall not be mentioned, courtesy of Team Ninja and Platinum Games. We could not be eating better right now as Ninja Gaiden fans. I also love that the general sentiment around it is like, in a world filled with Souls-likes, when the genre needed him most, he returned. And it's like, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why we stopped making action games like this. I mean, yeah, we still had Devil May Cry holding up the torch pretty well, but seriously. Everything is a Souls-like. Everything is a Souls-like these days. What happened to just balls to the wall action? Stop that. Don't do it. What happened to enemies so dangerous that they're more dangerous when they lose arms and legs than when they have all of them? Bro, what? Chill. Stop that. If he hits me with one more rocket... We gotta hit him with the goated move. We gotta hit him. He did the throw and cut his head off with the throw. Oh! Oh, good lord. I was playing Bloodborne before I was playing this. It's going to be so hard to go back to Bloodborne after this. Not that Bloodborne is any slouch in the combat and raw terror department. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some Bloodborne. I feel like I'm finally starting to understand Souls-likes. Like, actually wrap my brain around them now. And I have Bloodborne and another Crab's Treasure to thank for that. But it's going to be so hard to not be this awesome. It's going to be really difficult to not be this awesome again. Thank you. Into the poop deck. What the hell? What happened here, aside from me? Thanks. You know, everybody says the camera in this game is ass, and it absolutely is, but I think the funniest thing about the camera is that the camera can almost automatically indicate whenever enemies are in the area. Like, it can kind of telegraph whenever enemies are nearby. Because every time enemies are nearby, the camera will slightly lower itself to the ground and get even worse. So, you know, at least it does that. It's almost like a courtesy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Did that hit both of them? Yes, it... No, it didn't. Oh, God, it didn't hit anything. Are we going to flail it? Are we going to flail it to death? Is that a Muramasa statue? I'm clearly going to need a better strategy than this when it comes to... Oops. Didn't mean to do that. When it comes to fighting this thing on Master Ninja, clearly going to need a better strategy. Did that say armadillo temperature rising? Bloodborne is an amazing game. Have you played Bloodborne? How far have you gotten? I'm currently noobing my way through it, but I feel so accomplished. Not gonna hold you. I feel so accomplished. Bloodborne is so amazing, it makes me wonder whether or not Sony is actually planning a remaster. Because they have been canning, left and right, they have been canning mods for it. Like, significant mods. Like the 60 FPS mod. Which is a very strange activity for a 9-year-old game, you know? Very suspicious, questionable activity. Yeah, bro, look at my man's triceps. Good lord. How many ninja push-ups do I need to do to get my arms like that? That's insane. I need the secrets for you. Ah. Okay, I thought they'd be hiding a skull down there. Nah. Alright. Thank you, fam. Look at the flails. I'm just... Hold on. Can we just take a second to appreciate how large the blades on this thing? Look at this. Head-sized blades. Look. You're not living. I got pretty far. I never finished it because I don't own a PlayStation anymore. Only PC. Oh, no. You went to the dark side completely. I feel you. I feel you on that. I mean, couldn't be me. But that's only because I will always own a PS4. Like, I have a PS4 Pro that I will never get rid of because I have PT installed on the hard drive. That's never coming off. PT is never coming off. And that PS4 Pro will never leave. Like, I'm gonna have to impart the value of it to my kids. Say, look, Hideo Kojima almost made a horror masterpiece with Junji Ito and Guillermo del Toro, and this demo is the only evidence that nearly happened. So you keep this in the family. Like, I don't care if the PS9 comes out. You keep this PS4 Pro in the family. It's a family heirloom. Tell your wife. She could throw your PS5. She can throw your PS10 off the balcony, but don't touch the PS4 Pro. Wait, what? Is that a real countdown? Yo, truly, truly the most goated demo that will ever exist. Shit was so scary, I didn't even finish it. Yeah. I think I got two rings or two baby noises. I couldn't figure out how to trigger the third one. And I love horror games, but I can be a naturally kind of anxious person. And I'm sorry, but like I was at the point where she was like quote unquote stuck to me. And I just couldn't play it anymore because like playing it and hearing her walk behind me with every footstep and turning around certain corners in the hallway and seeing the shadow of her head doing that behind me was a little bit too much for me. And I just couldn't play it anymore. I've never played a game where I didn't want to turn around. But PT did that to me. PT made me not want to turn around. Like, 'cause every time I turned around, I was afraid she was going to snap my neck or something. Like, my girlfriend at the time used to tease me. She'd be like, look behind you. Look behind you. And I was like, no. 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 I can't do that. I don't want to do that. Leave me alone. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to see Norman Reedus. I didn't get to see my man Norman Reedus. You know, but I did almost beat the PT. I did almost beat it, and that's enough for me. You know, it's the little victories in life. I played it long enough. I think I saw everything I needed to see. The crazy thing is that that's a demo. If Kojima managed to do that with a demo, I cannot fathom. I probably wouldn't have been able to finish the actual game because that was a demo. No. That was one of the scariest horror experiences I have ever gone through in a video game. And it was a demo. It was a demo that we didn't even know was from him at first. Because they masked the boobs. They masked the fact that Kojima and his team had made it. Like they did it under a fake studio name. They did it under like the PT didn't even mean what it was supposed to mean. Like we had no idea it was a Silent Hill demo. Boobs. One of the most organic horror experiences to ever experience. And we were robbed of it. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about what could have been. Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, you know, arguably another master of suspense and horror, and Junji Ito, the guy that did Uzumaki. Uzumaki? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I've read Uzumaki. Uzumaki is an experience in and of itself. Just to read as a manga. Just 19 chapters of increasingly unhinged horror. Some of the most disturbing imagery. Like, don't read this before you go to bed type shit. Shoutouts to the Adult Swim show. The animation might have fallen sharply off a cliff, but I feel like they almost got it. They almost got it. Almost. But yeah, no, that was oof. Ugh. Ugh. It's making my skin crawl. Well, if Ninja Gaiden 2 can get another reboot, then hopefully they have some. I mean, hey, Kojima's indie now, you know? He's independent. He's free of the shackles of Konami. Even as they try to scrub his name from all of his works. Like, if the remaster of MGS3 Delta does not say a Hideo Kojima game anywhere on the packaging or in the game itself, I may have to not buy it. Because, I mean, the disrespect is crazy. The disrespect is actually crazy if they don't put a Hideo Kojima game, because they're basically doing what they did with this. They're building the remaster on top of the bones of the original Snake Eater. I don't see how you cannot call it a Hideo Kojima game. But Kojima's indie now. You know, he can, if he wants to, he could totally link up with Guillermo del Toro again and, you know, make that happen. I think so. I would love to see it happen. I remember around the time in interviews, Kojima was quoted as saying he wanted to make people shit themselves. Shit themselves. Like, no cap. I believe him. Not only do I believe him, I 100% believe he would have succeeded. Like, PT showed me that Kojima can truly make any kind of game he wants to. If he really wants to do it, he'll do it. So the creator of Metal Gear Solid making a horror game? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. He made a hallway scary. Think about that. He made a hallway scary. Don't give him a whole house. Don't give him a street. They were about to give him a whole town. Shoot. That was called Silent Hills. Plural. I shudder to think. Shout outs to the Silent Hill 2 remake, however. Extraordinary. I hope they get to remake the first or third one. Hell, if they wanted to, they could just take 1 and 3 and combine them into one big-ass game, and I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Just do the entire story. Because 1 and 3 are so intrinsically connected and take place in the same area of Silent Hill, it would only be natural. Nope. You know, I'm just trying to hit your boy with the swag move, but they don't want to see a ninja succeed. Swag. No. I tried. I totally blew that. It's okay. Get my herbs out. Why don't they want me to hit him with it? I just want to hit him with it. What are we doing? Who's gonna get me killed trying to do that? Ass. He knew he was getting the square, square, triangle. He knew he was. This corny ass hat. There she is again, late as usual. Where were you with that rocket launcher when I needed you? Look at his arms, bro. Jesus. Listen. That was a whole hangar bay full of stuff. He chose that motorcycle. He chose the motorcycle. I just need everybody watching this right now to know he chose that vehicle. That was a choice Ryu made. And he had to do the Akira bike slide. Damn, that's a whole ass wallpaper right there. What the fuck? Wait, that's not a part of the ship? That's a... That's the funny thing about playing games like 17 years after they came out. You forget a lot of things. Like that. Like giant snow armadillos. Giant snow armadillos. And the worst part is, that's not the most ridiculous thing we've seen today. I mean, if you really think about it. Giant snow armadillo. Giant fire-breathing snow armadillos are actually kind of refreshing compared to some of the shit we've seen. Bro. Do you have another move? Okay, never mind. Please don't do that again. We are dying out here. All right, I'm going to hit him in his big glowing weak spot because, wow, snow armadillos. Bro, we are just dying from touching him. I'm so mad right now. It's a good thing the story mode no longer has a ranking system, because this is exactly how you get at the ass ninja rank. This is precisely how you get the ass ninja rank. Or like the Ayane's bitch rank that they used to have in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1, where she would like tie a pink string around your bicep. Just to show that you sucked and picked the easy mode. Which again, man, you know, we should have really appreciated Itagaki more when we had him. The industry truly did your man's dirty. Bro, you are not Sonic. You know when you're like your little cousin or your brother finds out that one cool move in Street Fighter and they just keep doing it over and over? That's what this is. Like he found out how to do the Hadouken. He found out how to do the Shoryuken and he's just spamming it. He's just spamming it. Oh damn. That's just like a Ninja Gaiden boss to just explode into a nuke right after you kill it. I forgot what game did that. There was some game that did that. Was it Ninja Gaiden? I remember a game doing that. Like, after you beat this really, really, really tough boss, it, like, explodes and tries to kill you in one last hit. And if you don't see it coming, you will just get taken out with it. What game was that? I don't remember, but if it was anything, it was probably Ninja Gaiden. Just inflicting trauma. Untold amounts of trauma upon a whole generation of gamers. Damn, the chapter is called Submit or Die. Are those my only options? Shit. Several hundred kilometers north of the snowy crash site of the Daedalus, the greater fiend Zidonius has awakened to threaten a once great military state. The malevolent ruler of flame issues an ultimatum handed down from the infernal peace Dagra Dai to the people of the world. Accept the yoke of the almighty archfiend, or die. And so Earth's baptism by fire begins. The taunts of the greater fiend of flame fill Ryu's mind. Cool. That's cool, man. Shit, cool story. Zidonius is a crazy name. I'd name my firstborn Zidonius. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Sending him to kindergarten, his teacher just looking at the roll call like, Mark? Sophia? Zach? Joseph? Zidonius? May have to write that down. The English voice acting elevates this game into levels of camp previously unheard of. Is he just reading the chapter card that I just read? Oh, we're in Russia? Is that where we landed accidentally? Shit. We're globetrotting. We went from New York to Italy to... Damn, now we're in Russia? Let's go. Shit. What do you do? What do you do in that case? There's nothing you can do. Your puny tanks are no match for Zidonius, the ruler of flame. Oh, look at the trails in the snow. Look at the snow trails. Oh my god. This is still amazing to me. Oh, look at it. Look at the snow. That's so cool. It's the little things. It's the little things. Yeah, it's, you know, it's crazy. What was I gonna say? Oh, there ain't no money left. Oh well. Oh, I did upgrade the Tonfas. Okay, cool. I'm sure it'll come back to me. All right, let's beat people with the Tonfas though. I kind of need that. And let's take off this thing. Let's diversify the combos a little bit. We don't be shurikening enough. Oh shit, he fell off of the... You and your friend. Catch these Azuna hands, boy. I really forgot what I was about to say. It's driving me crazy. You have one arm. Stop that. Thank you. I can see you. What's he doing? The hell is that? Oh, wow. It's kind of crazy. Why do they look so cool? I almost don't want to kill it. Nope. Stop. 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 Whoa, gosh. Oh heavens. Ooh. Herbs. Yo, shout outs to I'm sorry. We gotta bring him back up again. Yo, shout outs to my man Unokuma, who he was not killed by Ryu Hayabusa, but instead died because he got bodied by an NPC enemy and could not heal himself. Because on April 15th, he decided to give his last herb of spiritual life to Hajijuro. He forcibly fed this dying man his herb of spiritual life, not even knowing whether or not he would survive. And then one day later, he got bodied by an NPC and died. Had he saved his herb of spiritual life, had he conserved his inventory, he would be alive today. We all learned from Inokuma. We learned the lesson from Inokuma. Conserve your herbs of spiritual life. Every time I pick up an herb of spiritual life, we have to think about Inokuma's sacrifice and what a dumbass he is, you know? Because if he knew anything about, if he had read the manual, he would know. You encounter a dying man, you give him the talisman of rebirth. You do not give him the herb of spiritual life, fam. Like, do you not read your inventory screens? So, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Inokuma died so that we may live. You know? Catch yourself out there lacking with no herbs of spiritual life because you want to give them to dying people. It's not Kino. It's not Kino to do that, my friend. Boop. Azuna's. So badass. So bad. So ass. Are we switching it up? Are we bringing back the flails in the snow? Should we do that? Should we bring back the claws? Now let's lunar staff it up. I love that spin move. Love that spin move we be doing. It's so excessive. I heard a dog. Oh my god. Yo, chill. Bro, how did they get the exploding shurikens and I didn't? I still instinctually try to hit R1 to open the chest because that's what it was in the original Ninja Gaiden 2. Was my favorite move. Dooba dooba. Nope, that's not it. Dooba 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 dooba. Doo. Love it. Love how they also changed the Azuna drop. They actually made the Azuna drop more like other moves. Back in my day, it was forward Y, Y up. Was it forward Y, Y, X, Y? That's the original Azuna drop for the lunar. But they changed it. Whoever rebalanced this game was like, you know what? Let's give every weapon the Azuna drop. Fuck it. It's a welcome change. I have no complaints about that. You know? Why is the music playing? Oh, God. Let's show the people. Let's show the people the OG Azuna drop. As you do with the Y button. Hey. You gotta live. No. He's not doing it. We're That explosion is having a really weird effect on the floor. On the reflections on the floor. I wonder if that's a side effect of UE5's Lumen. Yeah, look at that. Holy shit. That's an interesting visual glitch. Also, I feel a little deprived. I mean, this may not be my PS5 Pro, but why does the PC version of 2 Black get the ray tracing option and we don't? I want ray tracing. I want accurate floor and window reflections for my gruesome carnages. Stop. 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 Cut it out. Dickhead. Anybody heard the keys jangle when that door opened? Who opened that door? Who did that? What's the implication there? Are there landmines? But are there landmines? They're not trying very hard, are they? I'm going to assume I can see them because I'm a ninja and not because they deliberately buried them above the snow just in case I was a complete idiot. Like, they really put it next to the... They even put it in English. They could have left it in Russian. I would have been like, what? What does that say? But, you know, they were very kind to... I am not amused. I'm not amused. I'm not amused. I kind of want to strangle myself with my hair, but... What the fuck? Are they moving through the ground like creatures? What's happening here? Are we good? Does Vidanya. Fucking minds. God! Excuse me. Sometimes you gotta sometimes you just gotta let it out, you know. Gotta have a good scream. You gotta gotta have an outlet for your frustrations, you know. It's healthy. That was a healthy scream. You feel me? Fuck me. Everything is just exploding! Where are those coming from? I'm sorry. One day everything's going fine, and next thing you know, you're fighting a xenomorph in a robot suit. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry, but I really hope that hit something. This part is gonna suck on Master Ninja. Ugh, I can already feel my toes curling in agony. Fuck. Stop doing that! You know, somebody did a no-hit run of this game. Just out of genuine curiosity, I really want to fast forward to this chapter of the game and see how they accomplish that. I swear these things are like exploding on intervals. I swear. They're just exploding at random intervals. I'm convinced. There are no mines in the ground. Team Ninja is just fucking with me. The ground is just set to explode at random intervals. I am convinced. Come on! Come on! I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just if the ground explodes again, I'm gonna scream. Like, I don't want to have to use the loading screen again, but I'll use it. I photoshopped that screen like almost a decade ago, and I'm still very proud of it. If you can guess the reference, you absolutely get a cookie. That's a load. That's an actual loading screen from a very prolific PlayStation game from back in the day. It's a loading screen from an old PlayStation game that I love dearly. It's one of my favorite games of the era. The is now loading, so sit down and shut up. Yeah. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 9:20. Sheesh. Wait. The camera moved. Yep. I said this earlier. The camera may be ass, but it will absolutely let you know when enemies are about to hit, because y'all put yourselves in this corner thinking that the camera was going to defeat me. Instead, it was your own hubris. Why did that one man deserve to be poked up like that? For the crime of existing. I think the Lunar is probably one of the few weapons that have more than one ultimate technique, because that's like whip the stick around in a circle. One of the few weapons that has something like that. I don't know about you, but like if I'm fighting a dude and he just assumes the position and starts charging, and I'm shooting bullets at him and he keeps charging, and I'm about to throw a grenade at him and he keeps charging, I'm gonna punch out. Like that one henchman in Iron Man 3 who saw Tony Stark like fuck up like 6 people in a row using random gadgets, and when Tony Stark came to him, he was like, "I'll quit." He's like, "Look, I hate it here. These guys are so weird. I'm done. I'm good." That was real. That was real, you know. Like J. Cole, sometimes you gotta know when to engage and when to back away, and there is no shame in that, because you know. J. Cole right now somewhere on a beach with his bicycle, writing rhymes about folding his clothes or some shit. Watching the Grammys like, damn, that could have been me. Likewise, look at this man's arms. His arms are over there. His leg is over there. Who knows where his head went? He's like, that could have been me. Sometimes you gotta know, man. You know, this reminds me of the Vigorian Temple from the first Ninja Gaiden. Like the layout, that's probably intentional, right? I mean, all of these, they worship Vigor, just like the Greater Fiends do, so maybe that's just some consistency in architecture. Good for them. You know, you don't just hit the remaster button, okay? I wish people would realize this. You don't just hit the remaster button and suddenly a game just looks and sounds better. You have to actually put work into improving the artwork, and, you know, a lot of effort was put in here. A lot of genuine effort, a lot of sauce was injected into this game to make it better. Or make it look better, I mean. Bong! I can't hit it. No Taco Bell? Alright. Oh, don't make me do that. Not that. As always, you have to scan the area for potential secrets. Yeah, see, there you go. Look at that. Potential secrets. There's the potential secrets. Yes. Ooh! Let's go, finally. Are we ever going to reach that point where Ryu's life bar just doubles up on itself? Or because of the power of 4K resolution, is his life bar just going to get absurdly long until it stretches across the entire screen? Because while I'm not against that, I do feel like it would artistically undermine a bit. I do feel like some of the game might be artistically undermined if you do that. Excuse me. If you do that, you know, you might undermine some of the game. You know, big ass life bar just taking up the entire top of the screen. I think seeing double life bars is far more badass, you know. I mean, at least make it justifiable when the enemies say, "Damn, why isn't he dead yet?" Well, he's got like 3 life bars just overlapping on top of each other. It's like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's like in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if anybody ever played Kingdom Hearts. You would fight the bosses in Kingdom Hearts, and the bosses in Kingdom Hearts were fine, but they would have like colors to their life bars. You didn't realize this until the bosses got harder, but like green was like the first level. It would go green, and then yellow, and then red, and then purple. And then you get to a point where you fought Sephiroth, and his life bar was purple, and you kept hitting him, and his life bar would not go down. And you would think that you weren't doing any damage, but no, they just kind of ran out of colors to represent just how much health he had. And it would just be a while before his health actually started going down. And again, that's when you realize, holy shit, he's got like 15 life bars. Damn. Damn, Lance Bass, I didn't know you rolled like that. Lance Bass. They will never know. Lance Bass was the original voice of Sephiroth. Which is so funny to say out loud because, you know, NSYNC was still relatively popular back then. Even though I think the band had broken up by that point. Oh god, fish! Even though, you know, NSYNC was over by that point, we still mentally associated Lance Bass with NSYNC. What's that noise? Who's creeping down here? All right, we need a weapon switch. Let's switch to the Kusarigama. I think at one point in Ong Bak 2, Tony Jaa's character picked this thing up, and I have to say, like, for all of its faults, the last 25 minutes of Ong Bak 2 is probably some of the greatest action cinema in the history of martial arts movies, period. I cannot impart to you the fact that he practically picked up the entire Ninja Gaiden arsenal in those 20 minutes and just proceeded to fuck everything up. Like, he picked up a sword and started fighting in traditional Chinese sword fighting style. He picked this thing up and started beating people with it. He picked up like a makeshift nunchuck and started beating people with it. He then picked up a pole and started beating people. Like, it was insane. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. I loved it. Ong Bak 2 is a snooze. It's kind of bad. It's like almost 2 hours long. But if you can survive the first like 90, he starts fighting in Drunken Fist style. I forgot about that. He starts randomly fighting in Drunken Fist style at one point. If you can get through the first like 70 minutes of bullshit that Ong Bak 2 is, there is a spectacular almost half an hour of straight action. Glorious. But yeah, this was one of the weapons he picked up. And even though it wasn't nearly as dangerous as Ryu's version, it may as well have been. Because he was beating people in the face with it. curling it around his foot and kicking it out, and it was a sight to behold. Truly. We will never know the glory of what Tony Jaa could have accomplished had his production company not screwed him with that terrible contract that kept him acting in Thai movies for 10 years. 10 years is such a long time. Like, especially when you're an action movie star, and if, you know, like Jackie Chan, Jet Li will tell you, when you are a transcendent martial arts star that does his own stunts, it's like the NBA of martial arts movies. Like, you've got a very limited shelf life. Like, there's only so many times you could crack your knees on somebody's face or mess up a stunt before, you know, you get really brittle really fast. And Tony Jaa was incredible, but he was also running on borrowed time, and 10 years is like an eternity to be locked into a contract where you can't do any of the movies you want to do except for this one Thai production company. They really ganked him on that. It's unfortunate because the difference between a martial arts star in his 20s and a martial arts star in his 30s is it's kind of vast. It's I'll admit it, you know. As someone who's extremely active myself, but not nearly on the level of a Tony Jaa, I can absolutely tell you there is a difference between being very physically active in your 20s and in your 30s. Shout out to Tony Jaa, though. I love these tangents we keep going off on. Oh, shit. Who made this tunnel? Is the first question I have. All right, sure. The only thing more impressive than a tunnel like that is who made it. That's coffee, by the way, that I keep sipping. I have no idea how I'm going to get to sleep tonight. No. Stop. They better they better DLC me some windmill shuriken or some exploding shuriken, because this is heinous. This is unacceptable, having only one good melee weapon to use in the air. Like, look at this bow. Are you tired of dismembering your enemies without pushing a single button? Lord Raiden. We used to call this weapon the blender. Why? Why are you like this? How? That's the level 3 version of that Ninpo, mind you. God, that Ninpo's ass. Oh, let's put a bunch of birds around him. What the fuck? It's all good. Let's go. Good lord. You okay? I'm gonna throw you into a wall. If you live. He just appeared out of thin air. No. Oh, look, there's his head. Okay, I like the Kusarigama, but we have to do better. I'm sorry. I need to pull out my favorite weapon. It's all about the Vigorian flails. What kind of bites is... I don't think they put New Game Plus in this game, unfortunately, so... I'm kind of locked to all these upgrade choices. Can't, like, start a new game and just be fully upgraded. The entire level is shit. What is that? You know whatever it is at the top of the steps, and it's mad. It's angry. It doesn't like ninjas. It's in fact very racist. Oh. I'm gonna shoot him in his hands. I'm gonna shoot him in the ass. Yeah, there we go. I am enamored with the idea that he's just walking around with a bunch of arrows sticking out of his body. This is probably not doing a thing, but I'm still entertained, so... Oh, I didn't know you could zoom in. Look at that. Huh. The more you know. Okay, all right. Let's stop jerking around. And I am not fighting that thing with the flails, though. I may need Enma's Fang, or let's go default. Let's go default. Let's go default. Got him off. Oh, he's got that really annoying fucking grab move, doesn't he? Oh, great. He farted on me. I'm telling you, he's got that really irritating-ass grab move. Must be really frustrating to have a hitbox that large and be fighting something this small, you know? Like, what do you do? Dodge. Yeah, see, that's the grab move I'm talking about. Oh, wow. They were like, yeah, we see what you're doing, so let's just stick some extra enemies in there to spice it up a little bit. Shit. I am really being fucked with right now. This is a phenomena of game design I like to call the Mega Man effect, where you introduce concepts slowly and lightly, and then in order to increase the difficulty, you then start overlapping the concepts on top of one another. So it's like one level will put a gap in your way, and you learn how to jump over gaps, or you fall into the gap and learn that gaps are death. So they put the gap in your way. You learn how to jump over gaps. Then they put an enemy in your way so that you learn how to either avoid or defeat enemies. And then they put a gap with an enemy on the other side. You know, you see what I mean? Like, it's like overlapping concepts to gradually condition the player to learn how to deal with certain things. So this boss was very easy the first time I fought it. So, of course, we had to, like, combine this asshole with other asshole enemies in order to up the challenge. In this case, it's a little unbalanced for my bones, but that's just the nature of the beast, you know? That's just when you know the horse shit you're dealing with, you feel me? Goodbye. Bye-bye. They didn't even want to see the rest. Oh, God. Mm. Oh, my God. It's still not over. Wait, who did he just quote? I know that phrase. Sound and fury ultimately signifying nothing. Something, something, sound and fury ultimately signifying nothing. There we go, Macbeth. He's quoting Macbeth. Ugh. He really tried to shit on the last 10 chapters of me just bodying demons and humans alike. He really tried to Macbeth me. He really tried to say I was irrelevant. He really tried to say that all of this death and dismemberment is irrelevant in the greater scheme of things. Excuse me, sir. I hope you remember that while I'm cutting your... while I am respectfully slicing your genitalia into pieces. Are we reading this? We could read this. Why not? In the earliest 20th century, a ruler popularly known as the King of Darkness came into power. His reign began after an unlikely series of events. All other heirs to the throne perished suspiciously within the span of a few years. Throughout his rule, the King of Darkness kept at his side a strange giant with a face veiled in purple. The giant's bizarre voice filled the king's head, and in time the king came to worship the statue of a demonic being he called Vazda. Terrible name. During the King of Darkness's reign, strange creatures called fiends descended upon the land, devouring any humans they found. The insane king sat on his throne, elated as he watched his country collapse. I mean, bro, if you have... I'll never understand the scorched earth policy of some malevolent rulers. Like, if you kill everybody, who is left for you to rule, fam? This horror was finally ended when the King of Darkness and his colossal companion were assassinated by the black-robed master. This warrior in black, a stranger from a foreign land, is remembered as a courageous hero, but his identity is a mystery lost to the annals of history. A mere 2 weeks after the assassination of the King of Darkness, the general marched the remaining forces to the capital and announced that he would forge a new government in the ruins of this city. Warlords still held power over small provinces scattered throughout the land, and it was several months before they could be subdued. But it was here that the general formed the first modern military superpower. Did I miss a chapter? Who's the general? Are they talking about the black-robed master whose identity is a mystery lost to the annals of history? Did the black-robed master become the new King of Darkness? Because, I mean, you're just switching out one ruler for another. This story sucks! Who wrote this? Moving on. Ghostfish. Moving on. Ghost fish. That makes more sense to me. Oh my god, get them off me. Get them off me. Anybody remember when Neo did this in The Matrix? He pulled the pole out of the ground and dibba 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 dibba, and then smacked one of the Smiths in the head. Glorious. Glorious moment. Oh, CGI Keanu Reeves. Yeah, like CGI is so much better now, but the transition between real Keanu Reeves and CG Keanu Reeves is kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh. Like, I don't know why we couldn't just have him do it, you know? Keanu Reeves is an intensely physical performer, even when he's not playing an action hero. He lives in his characters in such a profound and compelling way that, you know, he would have done it if they'd asked him to. Seriously. Man is committed. His line readings may be the most questionable things on the planet, but you cannot deny his commitment to every role he takes. I mean, shit, even in Bill and Ted. I tell people, Bill and Ted, that's when he plays Ted, that's a fully committed physical performance. Like, Ted has mannerisms and little tics and things that are very unique to him. It's a full-bodied acting performance, I'm telling you. It's not just the dude voice. It's not just the whoa. There's a lot going on there to appreciate. What the heck? What the fuck? Oh, God. Haters everywhere. I'm telling you. Second life bar. Second life bar. Nope, it just keeps getting longer. It just keeps getting absurdly long. It's alright. They're just haters, man. They'll see a ninja walk on water and say it's because he can't swim. Joke's on them, though. I can actually swim. Heyo! They can't get me down here. Haha, bitches. Your rockets cannot penetrate the water. Ha ha ha. As a master ninja, I can hold my breath for a very long time. See, they weren't ready for that. They didn't know. Haters. I'm telling you, haters. Boop. Okay, because if he had survived that, I was going to Izuna drop him into the water. He's lucky he lived. I mean, he's lucky he died there. Imagine somebody saying that to you. Man, you lucky you died, because if you had survived that. Bap. See, they keep dying before retribution can be achieved. It's okay. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Okay, he's dead. Hayabusa does not skip leg day. As a fellow person who does not skip leg day, I can tell you those are the benefits. Those are the benefits right there. Hold on. My friend is watching Breaking Bad for the first time. Bless her heart. Bless her innocent heart. I would love to be experiencing Breaking Bad for the first time in the era of bingeable television, but I actually encountered Breaking Bad while it was still airing on AMC, and it was excruciating. Yet so wonderful, waiting a week for each new episode to come out. Fond memories of sitting and watching it. Fond memories of sitting and watching it every week. We used to have like a Sunday block of television that we would watch, be like Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, stuff like that. Just shows we would watch every week. We would convene, sit down, watch shows together, eat dinner, talk about it all night. Simpler times. Oof. Is he tired of this yet? That's so disrespectful. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that the skulls were giving me discounts. That's cute. That weapon can stay at level 1. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Why can't the blacksmith be discounted? Shoot. Every weapon is 30,000 to upgrade. I ain't got that kind of scratch, man. They're not just handing out free essence like that. I like having my grains, though. I need my grains. All right, whatever. It's time to put that away. Let's get the flails back out. We got a flail. We got a flail. We gotta. It's entirely necessary to flail. I gotta say, and I think a lot of modern games miss out on this because they're so busy trying to be Souls-likes that they completely throw game design out of the window. I guess you could excuse FromSoft games from this because a lot of the storytelling is through the gameplay, through your trials and tribulations to a degree. It's why they're so obtuse. But the open world structure really kind of denies you little moments like this where, you know, you build a game around a character's actual skill set. Like Ryu's ability to jump and flip and run on walls allows for really cool shit like this. Whereas when you're making a game that has like a general character template, you kind of have to flatten the world and the design in order to make it just work for a myriad of different play styles. Like, I remember there was a time in gaming critique where linear was seen as a pejorative. Like, oh, the game is so linear. The game is too linear. You know, you're forced on a certain path. That's how we got to this like open world madness that we experience. Oh God. Oh God. Nope. We didn't even need to see it. We didn't even need to see what just happened. We know what happened. We know what happened. He fell. He fell into the cogs. Oh, God. You poor, sweet summer child. Swag. Save the last 30 seconds, please. I feel sorry for that dude that got literally crushed in the cogs. That's hilarious. You hear that sound? That's the sound of somebody legit trying to throw something at me from the bottom floor. It's not my fault you fell, but I'm not going down there to catch you. Yeah, see those things right there? Yeah, he died. He died a horrible death. I don't even think Ryu could survive that, so I'm really glad I didn't fall into that myself. Ooh. Another ninja notebook. All right, let's go. I can't help but laugh at myself, writing in this stupid little notebook. Well, at least he already knows we're about to start clowning on him for keeping a ninja diary. No dear diary for me. No dear diary for me. Look, I haven't even updated this thing. I locked eyes for a minute with Master Genshin. It takes guts just to look at the guy. I don't know what his deal is, but there's definitely more to him than meets the eye. He gets this smile, like he's been to hell and back and sent a postcard while he was there. I hope I'm that badass someday. I would argue that badassery begins with, frequent journaling. If you have the discipline to be journaling, maybe you too could be a master ninja. But you'll never know if you don't know, right? I wish Instagram made noises when people respond to your messages. I feel like such a jerk. Oh yeah, where were we? Man, this Daedalus sure is some piece of work. I mean, I know that the Black Spider clan has its acts together, but still, finding a heavy weapons factory to build this big-ass thing must have been tough. They say they used the profits from the previous master's smuggling operations. I wasn't a big fan of the guy, to be honest. Never seemed like much of a ninja to me. Neither do you! Did they recruit like some random American dude? Because the tone of this diary is hilarious to me. I found Koshimaru's notebook. I know, I'm not supposed to read it, but I did anyway. Hey, can you blame me? Yes. At least now I know what he's really thinking. I mean, he even mentions me by name. Can you believe it? Who is he, my third grade teacher? Well, screw you, Mr. I know everything because I've got the inner eye Koshimaru. He's clearly mixed. Anyway, I guess I better give this back to him. No, sir, I didn't read it. Not a single page. Ha! Joke's on him. I just want to interject for a second. What if Koshimaru found your notebook? Who reads someone else's journal and then writes in their journal that they've read someone else's journal and that they're not going to tell that they read someone else's journal in their journal? It's just journalception at this point. And, like, I feel like Koshimaru's going to get the last laugh here. Or at least Ryu Hayabusa's laughing reading this shit because, wow, this is the most petty ninja to ever exist. It's actually kind of funny. 419. It sounds like Master Genshin has some history with that big bad dragon ninja and his family. Ooh, he's talking about me. Apparently, some guy named Mirai killed Master Genshin's little brother. Hey, look, I'm writing in my diary. Well, what do you know? What's gotten into me, I wonder? I know. I'm gonna die soon. Is that it? Haha. Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm just saying, Izo, you're kind of dead, bro. Sometimes there's just some things you shouldn't manifest, you know? I appreciate Izo, though. He kept it real. Up until his untimely death at the top of a clock tower. Oh, God, it's Koshimaru's notebook. No. No. Did he ever give it back? Clearly not, because he died and dropped both gyries. What? Koshimaru, no. All right. Let's see why Izo thought Koshimaru was so pompous and pretentious. I bet this won't be written pretentiously. Right? Like, that's what we're going for here? Okay, let's see. March the 15th. Wow, he doesn't even write the numbers when he dates his diary entries. He writes them out in full. March the 15th. The youth of today know nothing of the true ninja way. Oh, God. Yeah, maybe Izo was onto something here. It is truly a deplorable state of affairs. Oh, God. As my comrades have seen fit to bestow upon me the title Koshimaru of the Inner Eye, I have vowed to uphold the way of the warrior and serve as a bastion for those who wish to learn the true path of the ninja. All capitals. My insight tells me this. The youth of our clan have no true spirit. They believe themselves skilled because they can perform a few tricks. Such arrogance will be their downfall. Without spirit, there can be no dedication. I see no path for these young ones that leads to growth and maturation. I just want to say the contrast between the two journals is really funny. It's just really funny. March the 16th. Even though he's not as consistent, I shall keep these writings in the hope that one day I may leave behind a scroll of wisdom for future generations. March the 29th. Damn. You waited 13 days to rejournal? Almost 2 weeks? The youth are too quick to embrace the path of evil. Look at Izo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here comes that shade. Uh-oh. Barely a man, yet he swaggers about as though he is a master of darkness. It is precisely because the youth do not know true brutality that they are able to think that the path of evil is somehow fashionable. Those who appear evil do so because they truly understand the horrors that this world has to offer. On the name of our Black Spider clan, I pray that our youth do not believe that the way of darkness is the easier path. April the 13th. Inokuma, you are wrong, my friend. If you possessed an inner eye like I do, you too would see the truth as though it were laying in the palm of your hand. Master Genshin is human, just like the rest of us. He has a soul, and thus he experiences fear. You must understand that to achieve mighty goals, it is sometimes necessary to sell one's soul. Clearly, this is what Master Genshin is doing. Yet I dread the lurid scent emanating from the female dressed in red. I fear that even Master Genshin may be vulnerable to its spell. Define lurid. Very vivid in color, especially so as to create an unpleasantly harsh or unnatural effect. Hmm. 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 Checks out. Koshimaru's notebook is not nearly as interesting, but I can see why Izo hates Koshimaru after reading his diary. That's pretty funny. Yo, Izo, you're still a real one, fam. Koshimaru's a dick. Oh, I thought I saw a secret back there. All right. Is this thing moving? Yeah, it's totally moving. Okay. Whoo! Who put a treasure chest up here? What diabolical ass. I feel like there were enemies here in the original Ninja Gaiden 2. This seems too wide and too open for there not to have been enemies there. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh god, not another one. Another body-crushing moment. I almost want to fall into the middle just to see what happens, but at the same time, I don't. I don't want to see Ryu die like that. It's a very ignoble ninja death. Ooh. Save point. Ramp. End of the line. Look at the framing. You know a boss fight is about to happen. Like, let's just be real. You know a boss fight's about to happen. Ain't no way there's not going to be a boss fight with this level of lighting. Of course. I mean, shit.
For the one who first bestowed the precious gift of fire upon you pitiful apes.
Did he call me an ape?
Was none other than I, Zedonius, ruler of flame.
That wasn't in my history book.
You are ignorant in the ways of the world as an infant in its cradle, ninja.
Ryu is a man of very few words, but when he says something, he really says something.
Your species would never have taken flight. Yet your ancestors in the dragon lineage tried to extinguish that flame. Do you not think that foolish?
Maybe a little.
I don't care.
Shit.
Then let the fires of hell consume the last descendant of the hated dragon lineage.
The hated dragon lineage? What you mean by that, though? Stop using the cheat move. Okay, this is not as satisfying as I would have hoped. God damn it. Oh god. Stop it. Stop it. Let me go. Oh my god. The button mashing did not save me. Y'all really gonna make me watch that for like... That's a hell of a move. Not for nothing. Damn. He is doing a lot of damage. Not the unibeam. Not the unibeam. All right. Maybe square, triangle, triangle. I don't think I've tried Demon's Jaws yet. Round Haze is not doing me any favors at all. I think the animations are too long. I could try Empire Destroyer, but something tells me it takes way too long to charge up anyway. There's the last one. Come on, dude. Hadouken. Hadouken.
Righteous flames will cleanse the earth of your
I'm sorry, that's a screenshot. I think that's what I was going to say earlier. That's what I was going to say, but I forgot. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that the English voice acting of this game just elevates it so much. When I heard that, like, my original instinct was to just turn it to Japanese, but the Japanese voice acting is actually too good, and it makes it gives the game an air of seriousness that it doesn't need to have. Like, that shit's hilarious. The voice acting is hilarious. It's actually really funny. He said, "What is this sensation? I'm burning. Burning!" Remember, he's the ruler of flame, and he doesn't know what burning feels like. What are we supposed to do with that? How are we supposed to unpack that? As an audience, how are we supposed to unpack that? What are we doing here? Chapter 11. Night in the City of Water. Ooh, an Ayane chapter. Let's see. A young ninja glides into the City of Water, utterly silent amid its ever-flickering lights, cunningly evading the traps laid for her. She is a kunoichi, a female ninja, dedicated to recovering a treasure of the dragon lineage from the fiends who stole it. Bathed in the moonlight, a deadly beauty races towards her final battle. You know, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I do not think the extra chapters add that much to the game. I feel like they kind of destroy the pacing a little bit. Like, the original Ninja Gaiden 2 is 14 chapters long. I think with the Rachel, Ayane, and Momiji chapters added, it balloons up to like 17 chapters. And again, you're taking the story focus away from Ryu. Which, I mean, they're really awesome bonus characters, don't get me wrong. They are really cool. It just kind of takes away from the tightness.
So, the Black Spider Clan is after more than just the demons.
Damn, Joe.
For you. For the village. Find the eye.
Joe, they took your eye? Is that why he has bandages over his eyes? They took Joe Hayabusa, they took your eyeball? I'm sorry, bro. They took my father's eyeball. We gotta get it back. Bro, quit. Leave. Just leave. Just run. They're not paying you enough. They're not paying you enough for this, bro.
I feel like a bug in a spider's web. Looks like I found the right place.
I would like to add that according to official lore, this is a 16-year-old girl. Like, apparently she is 16 years old. Get off me, get off me. You have one arm, your opinion's invalid. Thank you. Goodbye. Glorious. Thank you. All right. What are we looking at here? Power Blade, Violet Fire Blade. Godfoot Axe is hilarious. Okay. 6 squares in a row isn't bad. No more than 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Square, 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 triangle. Da, da, da. Lightwing Azuna is crazy. Square, triangle, 5 squares and then a triangle? Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Mm-mm. 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 Okay. And she has exploding shurikens, though. She gets the exploding shurikens and Ryu doesn't? Good lord. She does have an impressive toolkit. I'll give her that. Oh, God! Always when I take one hand off the controller. Boop. Can you check the move list one more time? Okay. There's a little bit of that in there, but that's cool. Okay. I like that one. Okay. And what's the other one? Ooh. There it is. That's the move. I gotta try that one out. Okay. Look at us. Discovering all sorts of secrets. We need Ryu to have this in the next DLC. I don't care. Give this man his exploding shurikens back. Especially if you're going to have them be unlimited. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? I need this level of offense. Trust me, guys. The game will still be hard even if you give me these. Stop it. Why can't you air carry these guys? What, are they wearing weighted clothing? Get off me, get off me, get off of me, you fool. No! Okay. Oof. Oof. Let me back on the screen. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta say, the act of flossing, while dentally very hygienic, is also kind of gross. No one should subject you to watching them floss. Nope. Stop that. Nope. What the fuck? Missed the spot. I have bacon stuck in my teeth. What? What do you think powers these immaculate playthroughs, okay? Bacon. Probably the only thing you should be eating at 10:30 at night, to be frank. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Ninjas, ninjas, ninjas. It's pretty badass. You know what's crazy? I kind of vaguely remember this. Did I actually finish Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 at one point? Did I do that? Did I own Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2? Did I really? Actually, I think I did. I think I did own it for a very short period. I might have sold it. Because I was just unfortunately in the habit of selling a lot of my games back then. I regret it now, but I didn't back then, especially because I was working at a CEX and they gave an absurd amount of money for your old games. Like, I'll never do that again. I don't do that anymore, but back then, yeah. Oh, her Azuna drop is so cool. Even if it has like 5 hits in the air. That's very cool. There's that move I was looking for. I love that move. That's straight out of Dead or Alive. That's a Hadouken forward with the punch, with the kick button. No, I'm not kidding. I used to play as Ayane in Dead or Alive, like Dead or Alive 3 through 3 and 4. Because admittedly, out of solidarity with Itagaki, I stopped playing Dead or Alive after the 3rd installment. I mean, after the 4th installment. I still think DOA 4 was the best the DOA series has ever been. It hasn't reached those heights since. Just a bunch of goofy people. Like, I wonder if they're... Like, honestly, I have a secret feeling that Itagaki was so hated at Tecmo for, like, being the rockstar developer that he was, that when people took over his products, the directive was to try and de-Itagaki them as much as they possibly could. And I feel like a lot of that led to railing against a lot of his design choices, from his art style to the difficulty to any, like, just the goal was just to de-Itagaki everything and leave every part of his legacy behind. And unfortunately, that affected every major franchise they had. It affected Ninja Gaiden. That's how we got Ninja Gaiden 3. It affected Dead or Alive. That's how we got the ugly characters and the lack of sexiness in DOA 5 before the backlash proved too good to bear, proved too big to bear. And, you know, you try to bring it back with DOA 6, but I feel like by the time DOA 6 came out, it wasn't really made for anyone. And by then, the damage had already been done to the franchise. Like, it was too late. That and the absurd amount of microtransactions. Oh, my God. I think Dead or Alive 5 or 6 has the most DLC, or has the most expensive DLC. Like, I think it would cost you somewhere in the realm of over $1,000 to buy all of the costumes and shit that they've released for DOA over the years. Which is absurd to think about. But it's definitely a thing. You go into the market for any Dead or Alive game, the amount, like, the DLC packages are crazy. Even DOA 6 has, like, $100 downloadable content packages, and it's like, why? Just why? Why are there $150 costume packages for this game? Oh, well, I'm not going to burn that. Not like this. Get off me, get off me, get off me. I need the grains. Thank you. Oh, he's missing a leg. Get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him. He's missing a... Ah! Thank you. And let's get the grains from this poor dead fool. Thank you. I love me a good manual. That's so cool. I miss physical manuals. They used to put so much effort into those. I know I sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but it's true. There was a charm to manuals back in the day. They would often be written to seem like an in-universe item. There were often lots of effort put into them. Some would get really creative with it, too. Like, one thing I used to always love about Grand Theft Auto was that the manuals for every Grand Theft Auto game often looked like a travel brochure for whatever city the game happened to be set in. And they would also come with a map of the city. I still have the Grand Theft Auto 4 Special Edition for Xbox 360. And it came in a literal safe deposit box with a bunch of little trinkets and items and like I think a soundtrack CD and a whole bunch of stuff. It came in like a huge metal lockbox. So cool. So unbelievably cool. I wonder if they'll do the same. They'll probably do the same with GTA 6 because, I mean, hell. Even though you'd probably want to download the game rather than play a physical copy of it. I mean, the game is probably going to be like 200-something gigabytes. But still, you know. The effort in making a nice physical copy will not be lost on me. Ah, you thought you were him. Stop that. You know what's crazy? I feel like in Ninja Gaiden in a lot of cases, the best offense is a good offense. Like, turtling does not really do you any favors, even though you can block. Blocking is more used for countering in a clinch than actually blocking attacks. There's just so much intensity and so much movement going on, you know? You can't help but... Boom! Alright, I'm gonna take that and use that for health. Thank you. Oh. The costume is absurd. Oh man.
You're the spider ninja
Ew.
I thought you died a long
She looks like
time
a giant insect.
Where is the eye?
You've got some fight.
And you've got a huge ass.
Is this what you're looking for?
Oh no, it's in her butt.
What have you done?
I'll show you the power of the dragon's eye.
You mean the power of the brown eye? It's literally in your butt. I feel like the jokes just write them. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Stop. I feel like the jokes just kind of write themselves, right? Okay, well, at least we know what that looks like when it's about to hit you. Ooh, jumping is how I evaded the grab. Good to know. Gotta keep that in the tuck for Master Ninja. When you die and your ass explodes. That's rough, man. It's pretty rough. What time is it? All right, we have to stop. We have to stop after this. It's very unfortunate, but we have to stop after this.
I gotta get this to you.
Nothing I love more than a 150-minute stream, but... She's like my ass. That's what happens when you get like a botched BBL. It's very unfortunate. Is that Kasumi? I love the implications. The Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden universes are so close together. Oh, Kasumi implications. Kasumi implications. Very nicely done. That clip is going in the next stream thing, and we're gonna preserve that BBL joke. Look at that. That's Kasumi with her hair down. What a nice conservative outfit she's wearing. I think. Bodied. How cute. All right, my friends. Unfortunately, this is where we have to end tonight's show. Unfortunately. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you, everybody that popped in. Thank you for AHVNTV. Another true Ninja Gaiden fan that just happened to pop into the chat and check me on my knowledge. Happy to have you here. Thank you for popping in. Shout outs to the lurkers. I can see the view count go up. Okay, I know you're here, but thank you for popping in anyway. Shout out to the lurkers. Shout out to the people who are just checking out Ninja Gaiden for the first time. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by to the expert playlist. This was... Thank you, New York. Thank you. You good? Can we tone down the crime for just 1 second? Okay, thank you. Shout outs to everybody. Shout outs to everybody that stopped by. Shout outs to everybody still rocking out there. I appreciate all of you. I will probably be back in a day or two, because the weather's about to get really heinous out here in these streets. But until the next stream, until our next ninja endeavor, until our next session of rambling, fun gameplay, and etceteras, please be chill. I will see you all in the next one. Check out the socials at the bottom if you dare. And until next time, good night, everyone. Have an awesome evening. Yeah, adulting. Good night, everybody. Ninjas. Ninjas, I tell you. Ninjas. Everywhere.